Just another quick video. Most of the pipes are on now. I've begun to realise that some of it isn't right. So the vac pipes I showed you last time, so the big oil sort of breather which goes from the filler down straight back into the case. I think this can, so that's fairly straightforward. I've decided this one, which should basically go into this one that's blanked here. The front one, the front sort of bigger hole in the airflow meter, as I call it. I've blanked that one off because you tend to get a bit of blow by sometimes. I've heard people say that. So this is going to go to the inner wing with a catch can a bit lower down, well, not lower down, but lower than that. And it's going to come up and I'm going to put it into the end of the air cleaner. So you've got a bit of positive suction going that way, but anything that's coming out is going to go down and go in the catch can, and then any vapours can get drawn in. Somebody else on eBay, on YouTube was saying they did that and it worked quite well, so I'm going to give that a go. So as far as the other pipes go, there's this pipe here on the back. I believe that's like the warm-up regulator or something, because it's got the air going through it and goes to the cold start sort of injector on the front of the Spider. Got this affair here. So basically the piping of that's sort of the back bigger hole. You see where that is in relation to the back bigger vent hole on the airflow meter. Goes into what I think is a warm-up regulator. Back out to a T-piece. This goes to the bakelite bit, to that new bakelite bit, because the old one snapped, but that goes to there. And then this T-piece comes off to this valve. So I'm assuming it lets it bypass air. This bypasses air from that and lets a bit of air in. I don't quite know what it does, but I had to put some new bits of pipe on. The shaping's not the best because some of it is shaped pipe, but some of the old stuff, this original bit of pipe was so crusty that it just all snapped. And that one just goes round and follows up. Like I say, this water pipe one here, just got this coming out here, that goes to sort of halfway up the inner wing on a little outlet, and this one goes to sort of a bigger one, the one you saw me cleaning up. I'm looking at this one, looking at diagrams I've seen on other people's videos and stuff. This one I think should be a T-piece and go onto here on the Spider, but it's not. It's just this one here just goes from the manifold straight to the servo for the vacuum for the servo. But I believe this one is linked straight into here, so it doesn't go through anything. So I think the point of that is so you get some pressure, you get some vacuum, more vacuum, even when the throttle is closed. You still get some vacuum, I believe, or maybe it balances it, but that wasn't really going to anything at all. But it looks like it pushed into like a Y piece, but I ain't got that. So obviously with that just disconnected like it was sucking air. It was sucking air without coming through here, so it won't pull that diaphragm down. So it had kind of rev funny, and which it kind of did a bit. It did rev up a bit once it got warm. So, I mean, that looks like an original thing. I don't quite understand where that goes, but looking at the diagrams I found, I'm going to do a bit more research. It looks like that goes to a Y piece, goes to the Spider manifold here, then the other piece goes along and comes to the vacuum for the servo. All the wiring is sort of connected up, much as my pictures really. All went pretty well. I need to put this one on. Yeah, so that one goes on there. Fairly straightforward wiring. It's mostly colour coded anyway. Yeah. need to put this onto there, I think, next as well. But yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. I think the next thing to do is put all the plug leads on and route them, because it's easier to do them without the spiders on. Then I shall put the spider legs on in the central bit and connect all that up. And then, bar this one, which I'm not sure what's going on with it, I might just blank that off. If I can't work out what's going on with it, I might blank it off. Bar that one, everything is all connected up as it was and fairly straightforward. Not put the front, this sort of oil breather pickup that comes from there to there, to there. Not put that on yet because I'm not sure what, in case I have to move the cam belt or to get the cam belt covers on. But I'm hopefully picking up that boot for the tensioner today, or tomorrow, should I say. So we should be cooking on gas, as they say. But yeah, see, all the pipes are where I want them to go, so we should hopefully all be working. Problem is, I don't know 100% whether it was all connected up right before, but looking at the diagrams I've seen online, everything seems straightforward except that. I did think that went into the air cleaner where this is, but I realise now that's just a hole, so you can adjust that. It's nothing to do. It looked like that kind of went in there, but that does kind of fall in the right place on the inlet manifold to go in there. But that was just floating about, so maybe they've sort of replaced a bit of pipe or pulled it off and something broke and they've just not bothered putting it back on, which is quite likely. Because I don't think that whoever played with it before didn't know. They had no idea at all. They just pulled bits off everywhere. So yeah, we'll see what transpires tomorrow. But yeah, so hopefully all them pipes are right. If anybody knows anything different or knows exactly what should be going on with that, I can't say as it controls anything because it just straight into the plenum at the bottom, because I put some brake cleaner down and it came out inside there. So there's no control flap or anything, it is just a vacuum takeoff. So maybe you get 2 vacuums going to the brake servo to give it a bit more power, maybe when the throttle's closed or something, or just balances it out. But yeah, I'll do another video tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow I should get all the spider bit put on and most of it finished off basically. I'm hoping to come at the weekend and get it put back in, but we shall see. With these kind of things, everything you touch seems to be, until it's all in and bolted in, I'm not going to say anything, because quite often some of the parts, you come to put them back on and they're not right, or, same with the tensioner. That sort of held me up a bit, but yeah, all going well. If you're enjoying the vids, give me some likes and subscribe if you like, if you're interested. I am going to be videoing everything I do on this car, so once it's running, I'm no doubt there'll be stuff that doesn't work and electrical stuff, which I'm not brilliant at, but it's not got too many ECUs, this Santa. I don't think it's got any, so I think we should be okay. But I'm planning to make everything work, including the electric seats, which is probably going to be costly, but I at least need to make them move forward, so I can adjust them to what I'm happy with. For the time being, I might just be able to wind them to get them comfy so they're in the right place. But I think everything's there. There's switches that just all fell apart, which I think is quite common. So we'll see what goes on with that. But yeah, I'll do another video when I've done a bit more.